Wealth principle 13 is build a contagious element to your business and your marketing. Wealth principle 13 is all about getting people to come to you versus you chasing, hunting, seeking after their business. Now, the 52 Weeks to Wealth has been a journey. We've been traveling through the 52 Weeks to Wealth for the last 13 months together, 13 weeks together. Hands to the camera if you've been with us longer than this season. Who's been here for 2 seasons? Excellent. What about 3 seasons? Oh, geez, been here since the beginning. Awesome. Let's give our community a round of applause. Alchemist Nation was designed to build millionaires. It was designed to bring your net worth higher, double your net worth, double your income every single year. The 52 Weeks to Wealth is the strategy that we use to do that. And each one of the wealth principles, we talk about one principle per week. This way, each week you can implement the facts, the stats, and the strategies into your business, into your life, so that next week you don't have to think about it. It's already implemented, it's already running, it's already working. You can work on the next wealth principle. Each one of these was designed to make your life easier so you can make more money and do less work. Hands to the camera if that is your goal. Make more money, do less work. Oh yeah, we're in the right room then. So wealth principle 13, this came to me from almost like way later than it should have. Right? Has anybody ever done something in their business where they wish they had learned it sooner, where after years of suffering, struggling, challenges? So I started this business as a real estate investor. Everybody remembers the real estate brokerage I was running and had all these different agents. That was very loud. It was a loud business. Everybody saw that, and nobody knew I was an investor. Nobody knew I was buying property. But before anybody knew my name, I had already owned 3 properties. Hands to the camera if you're a quiet investor. Nobody knows what you do, where you're from, who you are, but you got property. So that was the game. It wasn't about marketing back then. We're talking about 2012, 2013. This was just open the computer, click, I want to buy the property, and an agent said, sure, you can get it for $20,000 less than it's on the market. Hands to the camera if the OGs, if you remember real estate when it was like that. Shooting fish in a barrel. The easiest time of my life as an investor. Now, today, the game looks a little different. Now it's, well, nothing on MLS is a good deal. Almost nothing a wholesaler sends you is a good deal. And every seller that you have a conversation with wants $1 million over asking price. Hands to the camera if you've been seeing this in the market. What has happened to real estate? Can we still make money? Is the game completely different? Well, I'm going to teach you something or share something with you that I learned through personal experience. I was out as a real estate agent. Now, you know the difference between an agent and a wholesaler. Hands to the camera if you know the difference between an agent and a wholesaler. Contract, piece of paper. Government said we can do it. That's it. That's the only difference. The government said we can do it. Now, because the government are playing with the Fed now, they're saying, yes, we get access to market. We can share our listings with a whole bunch of different people. It is the difference of being able to put your property, your deal in front of millions of eyes and being able to put your property deal in front of only the people you have a relationship with. Hands to the camera if we can see there might be a challenge there. Now, beyond that, there's the next level of marketing. I realized that as a real estate agent, nobody knew who I was. Nobody knew who I was. Nobody was sending me business. Nobody was sending me deals. This was before finding properties was the challenge. This was when finding clients was the challenge. Finding people who wanted to buy real estate. Does anybody own a business? We're all business owners. Business owners who would like more people to contact them coming into their business saying, hey, yeah, I want to work with you. There's 2 reasons that we want people in our business. 2 reasons. You might want to write these down. First reason is so we have business. The second reason is so we can drive up our price, so we can do the same amount of business and increase our income. Those are the 2 functions of having an overflow of people working with you. Now, there are other functions beyond that. You can build out your company, you can hire more people, you can get better services, you can buy better software. There's so many different reasons around like expanding your business, but those 2 core ones are what affects how much money you're making. Hands to the camera for catching this. It's just you either have enough business to drive up your price or you have enough business to have a price in the first place. So now as a real estate agent, I remember thinking, man, I can't wait to be able to just show properties to people just like HGTV. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to hustle so hard. I'm going to listen so good and I'm going to sell them on the property. And when I got into the office, the first thing they told me is, All right, what you're going to want to do is call your friends and family and let them know you're a real estate agent. What? I don't even like my friends and family. What do you mean? I got to call them and have a conversation and let them know I'm going to sell it. Like, you don't know my friends and family. They don't got money to go buy real estate. And Scam, if you ever felt that before, I mean, maybe you like yours, but you like they didn't have money to go buy real estate. And I was 25 years old. None of my friends were buying houses yet. Like nobody was doing anything. Nobody had houses for sale for sure. So I couldn't go with the strategies that they were giving me. So I had to learn other strategies. And it took me years to figure out a strategy where people would come to me, where people would be drawn to the business that I had established and created. And the idea behind this training is I want that to happen for you. I want you to have your own success story that you can share with others about how you built a contagious marketing campaign, how you built a contagious business where people are naturally drawn to your business and want to work with you, where people are naturally drawn to your product or to your company, and they want you to do a service or provide a product for them. Hands to the camera, if we can commit to taking this principle seriously enough that we can implement it this week so that we can then allow amazing large amounts of people to come and work with us. Hands to the camera if I got your commitment. We're all in on this. Excellent. For those who don't know, I'm on a mission to build 100 millionaires. My name is Walter Morell. I'm on a mission to build 100 millionaires who are inspired to build 100 millionaires. If you got the shirts, rock them. The whole point is not to work, to generate income. We're going to bring over 100 millionaires to our 100 Millionaire Summit this year. There'll be 1,000 attendees in the room. That's 1,000 people who are dedicating to becoming millionaires and building millionaires. Hands to the camera if you know you will be one of those people in the room and you intend to bring people with you so that you can build your business and build their business and build your millionaires at the same time. Give yourselves a round of applause. This, my friends, is what you call a contagious marketing message. Hands to the camera if you know you would love to sell 5, 10, 20 tickets to people. All you need are the tools, the resources. Because last year we built business just by showing up. We gained just by being in the room. Who connected with somebody at the summit last year? Who connected with somebody that improved their lives, inspired them, motivated them, maybe even built a business with them? Hands to the camera if that's been true for you. Excellent. We got our millionaires. See, here's the deal. Our millionaires know how to do it. Every one of our millionaires found money in that room. And then many of our future millionaires were smart enough to utilize the 52 weeks all throughout the year so that when they got to the summit, they were making money. That, my friends, is a compelling reason to be at the 100 Millionaire Summit. Hands to the camera if you felt it just now. You recognize, you're like, oh shit, not only am I going, but I'm bringing my army. I'm bringing my team. I'm going to bring my people, my tribe, the people I trust, know, like, and maybe I don't know them today, but the people who are working in my company had better be there. If they're working in my company, if they're in sales, if they're in marketing, if they're doing my administration, if they are somebody who freaking does the work, if they're installing tile, they had better be at the 100 Millionaire Summit because I don't want no broke people around me. Hands to the camera if you know you're the average of the 5 closest people in your life. Sometimes the people that work for you are your closest people. Make sure that they're leveling up so that your business is leveling up. Within our company, we have found that the people in the company are always looking to level up, which means we level up. They're telling us to go buy more property. They're telling us to market harder. They're telling us to go and convert and sell something for more than we thought it was worth. And they've been right. We hire and we attract the smartest clients and the smartest employees and the smartest strategic partners and the smartest partners. In fact, we have no employees. Brian and I do the books. We have no W-2s. Everybody's a 1099. We outsource other companies, right? Julie Bradley's on our call. She's our bookkeeper. Let's give her a round of applause. She does all of our bookkeeping. She knows, she's nodding. She's like, yeah, they don't, no employees. It's the rule behind our company, but it may not be right for your company. Now, that message that I just delivered, who feels it? Who recognizes that at every level the business grows? Whether it's our business, whether it's somebody else's business, it's our clients, it's the people that we're working. You can do this in your business, so we're going to do it together today. Hands to the camera if that sounds like a good plan. It sounds like something that would be Easy to say. It took me less than a minute to say exactly what we do. We're on a mission to build 100 million. Who'd like to hear me say it? Do it one more time. Like to know exactly what the message is and how contagious is. We're on a mission to build 100 millionaires who are inspired to build 100 millionaires. Each year, we gather together at the 100 Millionaires Summit. There will be over 100 millionaires in the room, and we'll be bringing together 900 other future millionaires. Now, the secret to success with this event is to bring the people that you want to level up in your life. If you have a friend, a family member, an employee, or a spouse that you want to get on board with you, bring them to the event, and we will make sure that it works. You can ask our community how successful they were last year. And scam if you get that message. So how fun that was? It's easy. We all know it to be true. The other thing that's important with your contagious message, marketing, business, sales, anything, you have to like your product. I was talking to Derek Neal last night, and Derek is going to be now having a conversation with people about the mentorship. So he asked me, he said, what's going on here? How do you do it? What do you need help with in your business? And scam if you love people asking, what do you need help with in your business? And they're not looking to just charge you. They're like, no, I want to get back into your product. I want to get back into your mentorship. What do you need so that I can get back into the mentorship? But I told him, I was like, well, I'd love somebody to start selling the mentorship because I don't have time to do those one-on-one calls anymore. Hence, Cameron, if you want to have a business so busy that you don't have time to do some of the stuff that was really important. Awesome. So what Derek said to me was, I'll do, just let me know whatever you need. He was open business plan, but he went to somebody who he knew had what he wanted. And I said, okay, Derek, well, this is the challenge. We have a bunch of people who want to jump on the mentorship. They got a bunch of questions on how the mentorship works, and they need somebody who's been through it, who believes in it, to have a conversation with them and then be honest, moral, and ethical about whether it's right or not for them. You have to ask a bunch of questions, identify who they are, and then find out, is it right or wrong for them? And if it's right, be unrelenting in letting them know. But if they're not the right person, which means they're not motivated, they're not dedicated to their success, you feel icky with them, like they might not be moral or ethical, there's red flags, just tell them, hey, you know what? You seem like a really nice person, but this program probably isn't for you. This is only for people who are dedicated to building millionaires, dedicated to becoming millionaires, and dedicated to improving their lives, their families' lives, and their communities' lives. So if you don't have that desire, let them go. And scam, if you recognize that's a good way to find an opportunity. So Derek created that opportunity for himself. The reason I tell that story is you've got to believe in your product. Derek believes in it so much he worked hard to negotiate a way to get back into the product. Does that make sense? So you've got to believe in what you're selling. So write that down as step one. Before we start any kind of marketing, you got to believe in yourself. If you are your business, if you're looking to work for somebody else or you're looking to sell yourself, first you got to believe in yourself. Are you valuable? Are you worth it? Do you have a compelling set of skills, a compelling strategy to improve somebody else's life? Are you willing to listen to people who have a compelling strategy and skill set and attain that skill set to serve? Then the next step is, how do you communicate it? How easily? What are the reasons a person might want to work with you? What are the reasons a person might want to get other people to work with you? For us, we identified that people who have come through the mentorship are now trustworthy, in our opinion, in our evaluation, are now trustworthy to lend money to. Hence, Cameron, if you have borrowed or lent money within the community or set a deal within our community. Hence, Cameron, if you know somebody who has, a lot of people. I've discovered that that's now a qualifier. So that became one of our value propositions. One of the things that we can say is the people in our community are moral, ethical, and do things legally. And I always qualify. Make sure that you send me or Ron or one of the coaches a message before transacting on any of these deals. We want to double check and make sure everything goes through smoothly, because we do know everybody in the community. Hence, Karen, if you recognize that's a rule, that's a thing out there. So that the next thing to write down is verify that your product is high quality. And underneath that, make sure that there's a reason, an incentive, a desire, a compelling message for them to bring somebody else to you. Are you trustworthy? If you're dealing with money, are you secure? Have you consistently provided something, whether it's flipping property, or have you consistently provided paying your bills, or have you consistently provided finding deals, whatever service you are looking for in your business? With Melanie Santos, she owns Subways. Have you consistently delivered on the sandwich? Can that come out the same way every time, unless requested to be differently? So when we're looking at this third step, we have to ask ourselves some key questions. Hands to camera if you'd be interested to know what those key questions are. If those key questions would be valuable to you. Excellent. What are my clients' desires? What are their goals? Can you think about, visualize your avatar? For me, we look at our avatar as, we'll say, the Kim Possible, or it's the Julie Bradley, it's the Melanie Santos, it's the Michael Shines, it's Dr. Terry Wager, it's Derek. Everyone on this call who has bought the mentorship, there's 200 people that we look at and we say, okay, these are the people that we would like to work with because they got the right mindset, or at least they're close enough where they're willing to develop the right mindset, and they've got the right attitude, they've got the right energy, they have the same desire. If you come into me and you ask me, hey, I'd like to make an extra $500 a week, that is boring. I will do it. Somebody in our team will do it, but it's not as sexy as saying, I want to be a millionaire. That's can't you catch that. So you got to know your avatar. I know my avatar because we've written them all down. We've asked you a bunch of questions. We've figured it out. But here's some of the key questions you want to ask. What is their gender? What is their age? What are their key desires? What are they looking for in their life? If you happen to own a car dealership, you're going to be asking, do they want speed? Do they want safety? Right? There's a very big difference. Do they want like sex appeal? Do you want this car when you drive up for people to be like, damn, like I get it. Right? Or when you drive up for them just to understand, like that is a fast car, or when you drive up for them to say they care about their family. There's a lot of airbags on that vehicle, right? Or in Michael Shine's case, they care about the environment and speed and safety. So what you drive says a lot about you. You got to understand your clients. Next questions would be, where are they looking to go? How old are they? Where are they looking to go? What stage of their life are they at? These are demographic questions. Are they in their early, beginning life stages? Some of your clients may be. Are they in the nearing end of life stages? Some of your clients may be, right? Some of our best clients are the like right at the end of life, and they're going to sell us their house. Since Kim, if you notice, you get a lot motivated when you don't recognize the value of material things anymore. Absolutely. So there's a age, there's a gender. What do they speak? What is their culture? Especially if you're in a local niche. When I was in Fall River, the local community spoke Portuguese. So it was very important that I understood some level of that culture, some level of that language. Fortunately, I was Portuguese, but I didn't speak a lick of it. So I had to go and learn the language, at least conversational language, so that I can get through those appointments. Yes, Cameron, if you'd be willing to change a little bit for your clients, or outsource it, hire somebody who can do those things so you can go a little deeper. Now, as we're building a contagious business or marketing, we want to make sure that as we've looked at these questions, we're answering the one question: what can I give them? What can I offer? What can I say in order to inspire them to bring other people to me? What can I say? What can I offer? What can I deliver? What perceived value? How do I let them know that this is a desire? And for part of our business, you've seen the example of the summit. We talked about that earlier. Why would somebody bring someone to the summit? It's because they potentially want to do business with them. They're now leveraging the summit as a qualifier, as a way to identify, do I even want to work with this person? If they can't travel to Orlando, they can't buy a ticket to get there, if they can't book a hotel for themselves or aren't willing to room in a hotel with me to get to this event, if they aren't willing to take 3 days off to improve themselves and spend some time when we talking about real estate, business growth, do I really want to work with them? Hence, Karen for Kitchen, you can use your business as a qualifier. You can use parts of your business as a way to qualify for their clients, for their world, for their life. So, for example, a real estate agent. Why would somebody bring a real estate agent a bunch of business? Or we'll say, an attorney, a closing attorney. Why would somebody bring a closing attorney a bunch of business? It's because they've been consistent. It's also because maybe the closing attorney is the keeper of the books, lets everybody know what the book of the week is. So value, you want to build a relationship with Mike. He's also a lender. Having different ways to build relationships. The selfie that Mike does at the closings is one more incentive to market your business. Mike's a celebrity. He's on these calls. He's writing a book. He's got a podcast, multiple podcasts. So getting your face on one of his posts, which get thousands of views, would be extremely valuable. These are things that I'm sure Mike has never even considered as value props to his business. Mike, is that fair to say? You've never even looked at those?
Fair to say, although you're teaching me every day.
But these components are contagious. These other people will say, man, like I'm closing with Mike, because when I compare all the other closing attorneys, they're all about the same, except this one's got a good social media following, got to get a selfie with him. He's vegan, gonna get a selfie with him. He has a Tesla. I might drive in the Tesla with Mike. Oh my God, reason to close with his office, right? Even if Mike's in Roatan, I might be able to drive a Tesla around in Rhode Island for the day. They might, there's a lot of different things that you can do to make the message around your business exciting. Hence the camera, if you would close with Mike just to drive the Tesla for 25 minutes, right? What can you add to your value prop that makes other people talk about it, gets other people excited about it? Where are my real estate investors at? I'm going to give you one before we jump over to the book of the week. Every week we do have a book of the week, and we have the keeper of the books who delivers that book. But before I give it to you, I want to share because I saw your hands up. I saw you say yes. Hands camera again. You want to know what the thing is for sellers? I didn't pre-frame it yet. Would you like to know what the contagious component for sellers is? What they would tell everybody about why they should work with you? Excellent. The hardest part in real estate investing is not getting the seller to say yes to you. It's getting the seller to call you. That is the challenge. It's getting the seller to call you and say, hey, come down, take a look at my property, put it in an offer. And Scanner, if you would agree, that you can do the negotiations, you can submit an offer. It's the fact that there is no offer to be submitted because there's no conversation, no dialogue. We got to get that dialogue started. What if you created a service or you partnered up with a landscaper and you paid for a free cut job around their yard, or paid for a tree to be installed, or you installed these trees, but these trees symbolized something, or these, you could do a landmark, a install of a statue. You pick it, it's your freaking business. But everybody who installs one in their yard is now saying something about themselves. Create a mission, create a message. And here's what you do. You voluntarily install them at first for free on the most popular streets. One here, one there, whether it's a tree or it's something. And you start telling them this tree represents a message. For us, we would say it's building millionaires, it's spreading abundance, it's spreading peace for the Ukraine. Hello, right? Like something extremely valuable that somebody it would grow and stay there for years and years and years. And they would be able to tell everybody, yeah, I planted that for peace and abundance during the time that Russia was doing this, or for Black Lives Matter, or for the gender discrimination that was happening in the country. I went and I planted something that was important to me to say, I never want to see this again. Mitch Jersky might plant a tree saying, I want the dollar dead and I want cryptocurrency taken over. This tree represents that symbolism, right? And scam for catching this. Now you call up sellers, but they're not even sellers right now, they're homeowners, right? You call up the homeowners on your list and you let them know, hey, this is a cause that we're doing. We're planting a tree, a specific tree. It's a blue dwarf, whatever. We'll call it. Anybody have a tree name that they like? Maple dwarf in New England, right? So it's cute little red tree. Doesn't grow very big, not very invasive. We're planting these red dwarfs to symbolize insert message here. You create your own brand, your own message, create your own tree. Don't everybody all go out and represent the red dwarf. All right. Although that would be, as long as it's indigenous to your area. Now you go out, you do this mailing, you put them all on the ground, and you tell people, is it okay if we put a little ribbon around it, or a little plaque, or a little message that says, I'm standing for this, and underneath is a website that people can contact us if they want to get in touch with us to get a tree installed. And then hand them cards to mail all their friends and say, hey, these cards are going to go out to all of the people in this neighborhood, in this community. I'm going to mail all the people and just let them know why that tree stands there. Is it okay if I do that? Do I have your permission? And if they say yes, you now have permission to mail everybody in that person's name, in their block, in their neighborhood, and let them know the reason that that tree is in the ground. Now, hence scam if you know you get a lot more appointments. Yes. And scammer, if you know, you can start charging to put those trees in the ground once a few people are asking you to put those damn trees in the ground. And scammer, if you know, once there's enough, you can increase the price on putting those trees in the ground. Awesome. And if you're on enough lawns, in enough properties, having a great conversation about peace, abundance, and what people stand for, you're going to be able to offer a price on their house. Hey, by the way, I buy real estate. Hey, by the way, I love your property. Can I put an offer in? Hand scam if you know you could do that. You have a team that would do that. Awesome. You've now got deep relationships. You've now become somebody who stands in their mind. Here's the challenge with knowing strategies like this. Most people won't do it. Most people will take a phenomenal core strategy that would create contagious marketing, drive business into their business, not for a day, but forever. People would contact you as the person who started that movement. And now, once you have the next transitional conversation, oh, by the way, yeah, I'm a real estate investor. I buy properties that are in bad shape. I clean up neighborhoods. No kidding, right? You put trees in all the yards and you clean up neighborhoods. I can already see that. I get it. Of course, I'm going to send you business. Every time I look at that, oh, by the way, this is how you pre-frame it. Every time you look at that tree, I want you to just think, which one of my neighbors would like me to sell me a house? You've set the anchor, the trigger. This is now a tool. Every single time they walk by, they're seeing your marketing message and they're thinking positive thoughts about you. This is how you create contagious business, contagious marketing. Michael Shine, man, that was fun. Let's give everybody on the call a round of applause because I know you're implementing something along these lines this week, something contagious in your business for the people who are real estate investors. You already know a strategy that I would use. Now, if you're not real estate investors, hence the camera if you believe you could figure out how to reverse engineer that strategy. Not too hard. Excellent. If you can't, shoot me a message on Alchemist Nation. In fact, make a post on Alchemist Nation with your question, and we can all bounce ideas on the different topics, the different strategies that are out there. Michael Shine, the keeper of the books. Before I bring you up, I've got to share something. Darina messaged me earlier. Get the money. Get the money is coming up. One of the questions that I've gotten from the community after doing Be the Bank was excellent. I love Be the Bank. I got a lot of value. And I intend to be the bank. Hence the camera, if you intend to be the bank one day, it's your goal. It's your mission. You want passive income. Yes. Well, the easiest way to be the bank is to get the money. Whether you're earning the money, whether you're collecting other people's money, or whether you started a business that just drops the money into your bank account, get the money is how you find all the funds. The number one question I get asked, I speak to coaches all the time. Like my whole job in Alchemist Nation is to get millionaires to come in, inspire them to put courses on for free for each one of you, which by the way, I've had a really powerful week. You're going to see some really cool courses dropping soon within the next couple of days. But the challenge that we all talk about is people want to know how to get the money. And then we're like, haha, we giggle about it. And we're like, yeah, if it really takes a deal to get the money. But there are a lot of strategies that need to be implemented prior to finding a deal so that you know money is sitting there. And scam if you know that's true too. There's a lot of things that you have to have in place so that the money is there, the commitments are there, the money is in the bank account or the money is on its way so that you can start making decisions about, yes, I can buy a property, or I know I could reasonably raise X amount of money because I've already had these conversations. Get the Money is a 3 to 4 hour course. I probably put it on the website as 5 hours, but it's going to be a 4-hour course on how we can get the money. This is raise the capital. This is finance. Some of the stuff will be financing, and how to increase your income through the sale of your business, sale of products, different ways you can move money around to get the money to do a deal. Everybody who comes to get the money will leave with the knowledge and a strategy and a plan to get whatever amount of money you set as the desired amount of money. hands to the camera, if you understood that statement, whatever you set as the amount of money you would like to have, I will show you how to do it and get the money. Now, the only question is, can I get you beyond what I've done? The answer is no. Don't go beyond. We own $30 million worth of business and real estate. Don't go beyond that number. Right beyond that would be a little hard for me. Everything under that, totally on play. And Scam, if that's cool. Would that fit in your goals? Yes. All right. If 30 million doesn't fit in your goals, I'm not the guy for you yet. Give me time. Be patient. I got other people I can send you to. Now get the money is on, Ron, what date is get the money? I don't remember the date. I commit to these things. I show up, I'll be there, but Dorina picks all my dates for me.
May 26th.
May
Thursday.
26th. And what day is that? Is that a Saturday? Is that a Thursday?
Thursday.
May 26th, Thursday at what time?
6 p.m.
All right. May 26th, Thursday, 6 p.m. Get the money.
Link in the bio.
Or get lost. After get the money, if you're asking me get the money questions, I am going to be absolutely pissed. I will be so disappointed that you didn't show up to get the money. And Karen, if you recognize, I will still answer those questions, but I will be legitimately frustrated that you didn't show up to a time that I set aside to teach all of the questions, all of the resources. This is not something to ignore if you already have some money. This is something to be at if you have money, desires to get to the next level. There are easier ways to make money. I know some of you are doing the money the hard way. Some of you are doing money in a way that may not be natural to your personality. There are easier ways that are more natural to your personality that we're going to discuss on Get the Money. Some of those you may already know. Do not dismiss them. It might be the one right around the corner that is the one that changes the game for you or for the people in your lives. Hands to camera if that's valuable. For our coaches, you understand the value of learning different strategies. You may not use them yourself, but just being able to teach them to somebody else is a valuable resource. So in your mission of building millionaires, Get the Money is step one. It's on the way. If you can start having that conversation with people, you're going to start inspiring them, making them feel better about how money works. Get the Money is not just for real estate investors. It's also for business owners. Frank Montero recently figured out how to get Alchemist Financial to be able to fund deals on business purchases, business loans. So now we're able to help out our business owner, entrepreneur community to the next level. Hands to camera if it's cool that we're constantly leveling up. Yes. I love it. We got one more resource coming out. I want to tease you. I'm not going to tell you about it. But Alchemist Leads is going to be the ultimate CRM to change the game. You put the leads in, you just download the list, drop the leads in. It automatically does everything for you. RVM, ringless voicemail drops, text messages, Facebook messages, email messages. It holds you accountable, tells you when the last time you spoke to them in person. There's a lot coming out down the pipeline. Alchemist Nation is just getting started. Our mission to build 100 millionaires involves a lot of technology at this point. It involves bringing on the right coaches. We've got millionaires in the platform. We've got millionaires right here on the call. Hands to the camera if you recognize. We got a lot of millionaires just hanging around right now. There's a lot of millionaires who hang out with us every single week because they love you, they love themselves, and they love learning. They love leveling up, getting to the next level. And the easiest way to get to the next level is read a book a week. The 52 books are presented every single week. We got the speaker, the keeper of the books, Michael Shine, our holistic attorney. Michael, what is this week's book? Let's give Mike a round of applause as he comes on the camera.
I hope my internet is a little unstable, so I apologize if you can't hear me, but the book of the week is Contagious, Why Things Catch On by Jonah Berger. First of all, this guy, Jonah Berger, is wicked smart, as they say in Massachusetts. He went to the Wharton School of Business down where you are, Damien. Super smart. And this is just such a valuable book for all of us because it just teaches you how to, if you have an idea how to make it catch on. He has an acronym. It's STEPS, which is social currency, trigger, emotion, public, practical, value, and stories. And this is the one, I don't know if you were here last year, but this is the one with a $100 cheesesteak. So if you go to a restaurant and you buy a $100 cheesesteak, you're going to take a picture of that because it shows that you're cool, I guess, and you're a money magnet, I guess. But that's social currency. But yeah, and this is also the one that had Kit Kat. They were brilliant. They associated Kit with coffee because everybody drinks coffee. And it's like now everybody was eating a Kit Kat. Give me a Kit bar. Yeah. So anyway, it's an amazing book. It'll really help you get your message out there. Yeah, I love this book. It's fun. It has things catch on. Thank you.
Let's give Michael Shine a round of applause. Mike, you came in 50% clear, 70% clear. So little chop ups, but we got the point. And I'll restate
Apologize.
the 6 key steps to creating a contagious marketing message is social currency, triggers, emotion. It has to be public. It has to be built to show, built to grow. It's got to have practical value, news you can use, and you have to include stories. Information travels under what seems like idle chatter. Hands to the camera if you know. Yep, go ahead, Mike.
Did you get to hear me sing the Kit Kat song? That was the most important part. So
yeah, we did.
Do it again.
We got about 75% of it. Go ahead.
Do it again.
No, I'm good.
Do it again.
Oh, thanks, Terry.
It's like Elon Musk. I don't dance on command. I only dance when the rocket lands. So the 52 books were chosen as a way to make sure that we were reading the right books. We kept getting asked, what book should I read this week? What book should I read this week? And me and Mike, we just went back and we applied all 52 principles to a book because every book kind of has a core principle to it or a core message to it. And we started identifying which books spoke the 52 principles, spoke the core message. And when we got to this one, it was a lot of fun because it was a book that Mike had never read. And I was just like, Mike, this is the one. Trust me, this is the one. This is the one that bases it all on because it was all about creating contagions in your marketing, in your business. And Mike's read the stories and he shared with us, if you took a picture with the largest hamburger, everybody's going to want to go take a picture with it and everybody's going to want to go eat that burger. Hands camera if you've done something like that. You've fallen into the trap, right? What contagious marketing campaign? You're like, hey, I don't even take selfies. I'm taking a selfie with this milkshake with candy in it. And it's got a lollipop sticking out of it because everybody else did. You can create stuff like that in your business, right? Selfie with the tree. I'm just going back to say it. When we do it at the 100 Millionaire Summit, we have the $1 million stacks. Hands to the camera if you know somebody with a picture with $1 million because they were at the 100 Millionaire Summit. Create things that get people excited about doing the things that you want them to do, right? For us, we want people to become millionaires. We know live events are the secret to doing that. You can have a bunch of people reading books, you can have a bunch of people going to courses, but if they're not mixing together for 3 days in a powerful, meaningful way, then it like cuts your success ratio down to like 60 to 50%. You're not going to be able to bring people across the threshold because it takes deep relationships. This is all about networking. It takes real relationships for people to close on deals. And if you ever built relationships at a 3-day event, like shockingly deep, like you did not expect, I went alone in 3 days, but we know so much about each other. It's because you went through an experience together. The mind built a bunch of relationship memories in a short period of time because you also did something that you can't talk about with anybody else. That's true. Just nobody else would even get it. So that's how you implement this principle into your business. There's a lot of different ways to do it. Don't get caught up on the different opportunities. I want you to go down the list, the 6, and just pick one. Just choose one thing that you're going to do that is going to be contagious enough, fun enough, and drive people to talk about your business enough to bring people in every single day. Hands camera if you can commit to doing this week. Awesome. So for everybody who's listening, the 52 Weeks to Wealth, you can go to alchemistnation.com. You can click on the 52 weeks to learn more about this whole process and what we're doing. You can go back and watch the recordings. You can find the books online. And for everybody who's interested in Get the Deal, I just checked. We have the website in existence, but I can't remember the URL. Ron, what is the URL to get the money? Get the money.
It's getthemoney.alchemistnation.com.
So are you able to drop that in the chat for everybody who's on the call right now?
I already did. I'll do it again.
Felly already did. Let's give Felly a round of applause. Felly is my personal administrative assistant. She is absolutely amazing. Who's seen a lot of the posts on social media? A lot of my videos coming out. Guys, can you see my videos on the Reels, TikToks, the Snapchats, the Instagrams, the Twitters, Twitter coming soon. That's Felly. She is a beast. She understands my voice. And Jem is on the call. Jem is also like just amazing. My team is so amazing. Let's send a lot of love out to the team who's making it easier for you guys to get knowledge, information on the fly. So you can get that motivation when you pick up the phone, you just boom, like, that's right. The bald man said it again. He's right. It works. Names on deeds. Let's go. Let's give each one of you a round of applause for being here every single week. Your commitment to yourself, to this community, to your success is what is allowing you to put more dollars between you and the gap. The gap is growing. There is a difference between the people who have and the people who have not. And that gap is growing because assets keep going up in value. This community acquires assets, which means we end up on this side of the gap. But everybody else who is not acquiring assets is stuck on the other side. It is our responsibility to throw a rope back. It is not our job to pick them up and carry them over, though, because we cannot do that. They will kick, they will scream, they will fight, they will drown us in the process. So it is up to us to leave a rope behind, to leave a way for them to cross the river. But it is entirely your moral, ethical duty to take care of yourself, your family, your community, your business, so that you can serve more and share more. People will not follow you until they have a reason to follow you. They will not follow you until they see you actively out there doing something, until they see you on vacation. Look at Melanie Santos. She's out there by the beach. People are like, yeah, I want to do what Melanie does. Now that Melanie's doesn't have to do it anymore. Hands to camera if we get that. Oh yeah, let's give everybody in this community a round of applause. Our millionaires, our multimillionaires. I want to open it up to questions. We got our coaches on the call. Remember, Get the Money is not just for you. It is for your friends. It is for your family members. Anybody in your life who has ever said, oh, I can't afford that. Oh, it must be nice to have money. Oh, well, I know it takes money to buy real estate. This is your chance. This is your one chance this year to get them on board now, so they might be on board for the summit. This is your chance. This one event is the opportunity to say, hey, you said you didn't have money. I got this thing that I'm going to that, some of you have been to it before. You understand what's in the course. Come along. If money is a challenge for you, this is your chance. And if you don't come, then don't ever ask me for money ever again. Bring your kids, right? Bring your kids to this event. Get the Money is your opportunity this week. It's getthemoney.alchemistnation.com. And I know there's no posts on the website. I will make sure that there are posts on the website today after the mastermind, which, by the way, mastermind call starts at 12. So all of our mastermind members, 12 o'clock, we'll see you in there. And for everybody who is in the mentorship, has graduated the mentorship, May 4th at 7 p.m., we're having all of our mentorship members get together for a virtual cocktail networking party. This is going to be a high intense breakout room session. Share what you do, jump into the next breakout room session, share what you do, so that we can mix and mingle in the virtual world and see how many deals we can put together. So this is for everybody who has been through the mentorship. Being on the 52 weeks calls does not count as being through the mentorship, but those of you who do know what it means, who've been through the mentorship, know what I'm talking about. You have at some point clicked the button, paid the commitment, and then been through the 8 weeks. Hands to camera if you've already been through the mentorship. Graduates, where you at? All right. You are welcome to come and network with us on May 4th. May the 4th be with you at 7 p.m. free. This is a virtual cocktail networking, possibly Star Wars themed, because it is May 4th and we want the 4th to be with you all. So for everybody who's in the mentorship, we will see you May 4th at 7 p.m. Everybody's graduated. We're all going to get together. It's a networking party. For mastermind members, make sure you get some lunch. Go get some food, go get some lunch, so that when we're on the mastermind call, we can be deep, involved, serving each other and getting your $1 million questions answered. Oh, man, I love you guys. So much fun on here. All right. Recording stopped so that Jem doesn't have to edit it later. Hey, Jem, thank you for recording and editing all these for us. Let's give Jem one more round of applause. She's a superstar. Yeah, love you guys. Thank you. This is your chance to open up for questions, challenges, conversation. What has been your biggest takeaway from today's wealth principle? Wealth principle 13, build a contagious message around your marketing and your business? Or what is an experience that you have seen this work? I love getting stories that have worked for you in your business or other people's business. So open the mic. First to unmute wins. Yes, life is a competition. There's 71 of you on the call. So only the probably first 3 to 5 will actually get something to say in the next 15 minutes. And we got our millionaire coaches. This is your opportunity, huge opportunity, a challenge. Take it now. Go. First,
I just want to
Kevin Ferrer. Let's give him a round of applause. Another week in a row.
I just want to really reiterate the importance of aligning yourself with the community. It may not even be this one, but finding one. Because again, it's not, it's not difficult, right? Well, it is difficult. It's not simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. That's what it is. It's not easy, but it's simple. And to be able to have the leverage that is giving just in this community it's insane. And again, the energy is like ridiculously contagious. So I understand the marketing, but again, that could be a form of marketing as well, right? Just like being able to, radiate that energy to someone can really just make some changes in anyone's life. So thanks, Walter. Thanks everybody on here. Another week. Appreciate all of you guys. Thank you.
Let's give Kevin Ferrer a round of applause. He runs our wholesaling mastermind every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. You can jump in the calls. The point you just made, the reason this community is so badass is because 2 years ago, I said, I only attract the best people. I only attract motivated people. I only attract abundant mindseted people and people who care about each other and people who want to grow with each other, people who are seeking to become millionaires. It was part of the messaging. It's a very polarizing message. If I say this to people in Walmart or the grocery store, they're going to tell me that I'm a complete asshole. Why? It's only about money on the call. No, it's not only about money. Like clearly we talk a lot about mindset and family and, doing things for others. But yeah, money is a qualifier. If you tell me you don't want to get rich, you don't want to make $1 million, we got a problem. So put that in your marketing, right? If the worst client, like if you don't want to talk to negative people when building your business, say that. I only work with good people, right? Don't say I don't want to talk to negative people. That's a bad affirmation. But say I only work with good people. I only work with people I like. I only serve a community that I can enjoy being around. I only serve a community that I could go to lunch with, that I could enjoy hanging out by the pool with, that like we're doing at Mission of Millions, I could go to Disneyland with and hang out with, right? Hands to the camera if you get this. Kevin, awesome point. Next question. Let's go. Let's bring it up to the coaches. Mitch Jorsky was just on. I totally forgot to bring up Mitch Jorsky last week. So Mitch, you owe us a rap quote. So I don't have to do a TikTok video later on. That was fun. We had 500 people on that TikTok. That was cool.
I pop up when there's questions to answer, which is, something that people should really pay mind to, because those that step up and ask questions on the after hours here on Saturday literally end up getting free coaching. Because what happens is you guys and myself can't help but over deliver. So next thing you know, it's just like, all right, guys, we have to stop because we literally just did a one-on-one coaching session with 70 people watching. So it happens every single Saturday. And that's why he's like, we're going to be done at 11. And it's like 11:30 and we're still going. So just, I would say, don't be afraid to ask that question so you can be the person that essentially is in the hot seat, which is a good thing. But as far as this week's wealth principle, everything that is about that book and, the principle that Walter talked about is on point. But there's people like me who are ambitiously lazy and instead go with the hack. And that's, I'm not going to build something contagious. I'm just going to go into an industry that's contagious on its own. Hashtag cryptocurrency. So all I have to say is crypto, and that's it. That is contagious. So maybe that's the easy way out, but there's, multiple ways to skin a cat, so to speak, to use that old school term. And I personally do it with crypto because that alone is contagious. And for you guys that do not know anything about crypto yet, I do a free call every Tuesday at 7. So teach newbies. You can find that on Alchemist Nation. I can drop a link into the chat, or you can go on Alchemist Nation events and get some crypto knowledge, so you at least don't feel lost in this new magic internet money. But that's my 2 cents. So like I said, ask questions. This is your opportunity.
Let's give Mitch Jorsky a round of applause. That was, by the way, clever, super clever. That's one of the key triggers is practical value, news you can use, useful things you could share, or it's something that is hot at the time. Building or marketing your business. There are so many companies right now, normal companies that are like, hey, I haven't seen anybody do this. Okay, this is a great one. Somebody gets an NFT for booking an appointment with you. NFTs, by the way, cost nothing. Like they're like literally, they cost almost nothing to create if you do it the right way. I mean, if you're on Ethereum, you're going to pay gas fees, but you can create an NFT for somebody who books an appointment with you. Says, I got my house, I got submitted an offer, I got verified. There's a lot of things you can do right now to tie into the cryptocurrency. Hey, I'm going to send you crypto if you book an appointment with me. Right? There's so many things that you can do to catch on to things that are hot at the moment. What else? Questions, challenges, comments? Julie Bradley, you're up.
I want to encourage anyone that has any social anxieties about asking questions in a group setting or commenting, and encourage to have them do so, because that's what's given me my social currency, is opening up, unmuting the mic, heart beating, just getting it out there, working through the fear. And it absolutely has assisted me, excuse me, in working with my clients. I feel much more comfortable talking to strangers. I feel much more able to communicate. So use this platform, guys, unmute the mics, talk to us, even if it's something you fear, because you will benefit from it.
I love it. Let's give Julie Bradley a round of applause. She has built a powerful business from unmuting the microphone and adding value to our community. She's quick, she's efficient, and she's smart. She knows what she's saying. She knows what she's about, and she knows how to add value to this community every time. Hands can't have seen that to be true. Every time Julie gets on, you're like, hell yeah, I love what she's saying. That's a clever woman, and so her business is growing. There was something that came to me a few seconds ago, was that the mentorship has built some of the most amazing men and women that I have ever gotten to work with. Like the people who've come through the mentorship are the people you see on the screen right now. Like these men and women get to market themselves here because I like them. That's truly, purely the reason, because I like them, I know them, I trust them. They've done amazing things in their own businesses. They're doing amazing things for the people in their lives. They're moral, they're ethical, they do things legally. This is a good group of people for me to promote and share people with out in the world. Hence, can't forget this. Now, at this point, we're bringing everybody into the room. I don't know about the rest of these people, right? They haven't been through the mentorship. They haven't gone through the process. They haven't gone through our 8 weeks and read our foundational 5 books and done the homework and had conversations with each one of the coaches. Hands to the camera if you know, like it's a different crowd. It's a different room, right? Awesome. So for anybody who wants to learn about the mentorship, how to get in, Derek Neal or Mark Duzwa are great conversationalists. If Derek and Mark, you guys can drop your Calendly links and just book some calls with people this week. Hands to the camera if it's okay. I'm sorry, this is just for Derek and Mark. Derek and Mark, you guys are okay with having conversations with people this week? Let them know about your experience in the mentorship. Awesome. Excellent. Can I get a woman volunteer in case they're intimidated by these two guys? Which woman is willing to have conversations? Annie Santana and Jen Sullivan. Awesome. So if you want to have a conversation, ask about the mentorship, find out what's involved, how it works, what it costs. Talk to one of these people. They will not pressure you to buy. They're going to qualify and see if you're worth bringing in. Hence to camera if you understand how that works. Hell yeah. All right, let's give these guys a round of applause. Thank you so much for donating your time to having these conversations. I want to open it up. Questions, challenges. What is going on in your world? Jen Sullivan, you're up.
I just wanted to add to the love here, but one of my favorite things about this community, well, probably my favorite things about this community is as you were saying, Walter, like getting your head right, getting your attitude right, serving the right people, hanging out in the right rooms with awesome people is what's going to get you ahead. What's going to get you the money, right? That's what comes as a result of it. But as far as being contagious, like Kevin said, that's contagious. But I love the idea that you were talking about, not just being contagious to, the person in your marketing that you're speaking to, but also how can you serve them? How can you serve the people they know? And the way we do it here is moral, ethical, legal. It's just people with really, really big hearts, who want to see each other succeed. And that is what the world needs. People voicing themselves, going out there with a message about serving and caring and making the world a better place. That's the contagious thing. And that's what the thing that I'm most excited about this group.
Hell yeah. And there's a gap in the market. There's so many negative Nellies out there. It's so easy to stand out right now by preaching and saying, hey, look, life can be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but I don't notice because I'm so focused on what I'm building, on how many people I'm helping, how much I'm serving, that, yeah, when I stub my toe, I'm like, but look at how amazing it is. I live in Florida. I have a community of over 200 beautiful souls who are serving, caring about each other, doing deals together, building each other's businesses, and like sharing their wealth and knowledge with other people. Answer the camera if you know that. That's inspiring. Come on, like run a business like that and you'll never feel like you're working. That's what we're talking about. Look, do I love real estate? I couldn't give a shit. I wouldn't care if I was selling real estate or if I was selling Kit Kat bars. I care about the people. I care about the community I'm working with. I care about the people that we're working with every single day. And real estate, I'm just really good at, right? It's like simple to me. Building coaching programs, I got really good. Building websites, got really good. I brought people smarter than me.
So Walter, is buying the business something that we're going to work on?
Oh yeah, man.
What are you thinking?
We've been buying businesses.
I know that
Let's do it.
that's what I'm saying. I know that we've always talked about that as well, right? Just being able to incorporate real estate is definitely a focal point with the group. But again, it's not the only thing, like you always say, but to have something that is cash flowing like that with some real estate, that's insanely powerful. But again, there are some different nuances when it comes to buying a business versus the building itself. What would you say would be some of the biggest differences?
Yeah, and I love that question, Kevin, because that's actually why we started the 52 Weeks to Wealth. The 52 Weeks to Wealth was not built for real estate investors. It got modified. It got watered down for real estate investors. Hands to the camera if that's an interesting thing to think about. It was originally built for business owners. It was originally built to grow income. That was the play. We've shifted it over. We started talking a lot more about net worth because that's what our community wanted. Hands to the camera if it's okay to adjust to your community. Do what your people want, to serve in the way that they want to be served. Absolutely. Like, we're real estate investors. It's how we built a lot of our wealth, but our cash flow has always come from our businesses. And that's where, that's why we built the 52 Weeks to Wealth was, hey, we need a cash flow system to buy real estate. When you have a boatload of cash coming in, it's really easy to buy a boatload of real estate. Hands can't catch this. So Kevin's question was, what is the big difference between real estate and business? How you evaluate the deal. That's the only difference. Like what you look at the metrics. It's like looking at a multifamily versus a single family. There's a lot of things different about those two asset classes. Business is the same way. It's just how we evaluate a business versus how we evaluate a commercial property versus a assisted living home or a new development or a piece of land. Like, each one of these is just a different business model within real estate. Outside of real estate, each business has its own set of models. There's marketing agencies, there's sales companies, there's products, there's services, there's information products. There's a lot of different businesses out there, but the structure of how business runs, all the same, which is why the 52 Weeks to Wealth works for it. The evaluating per deal, that's where the specialized knowledge comes in. That's where the have 3 coaches, 2 mentors, 1 mastermind kind of philosophy starts working, is when you're looking for that specialized knowledge to go deep and make sure things are done properly. Hence, can't forgetting this. Kevin, yeah, we've been buying businesses this year. We've been buying businesses. We've been partnering, we've been building. In fact, all of the millionaires all the multimillionaires in the room have acquired businesses. They've either built them or they've acquired or they've partnered with them. And that's how we get to that next level, is through business acquisitions, whether we're building, partnering, or building strategic relationships. So yeah, one more round of applause for Kevin. That's phenomenal awareness. And that is part of getting to that next level. Awesome. What else? What other challenges, questions? I see Ken Walls on the call. I see Dr. Terry Wager. You guys, in a minute or less, because some of you are a little long-winded. Ken Walls, just go ahead, brother. Ken is a digital marketer, so this is like the worst one to bring him on. Contagious marketing. Ken, if you can, in 30 a minute or less, share like your take on this. And by the way, for everybody who doesn't know, Ken will be a speaker at the 100 Millionaire Summit. He is a friend of Grant Cardone's, friend of Mark Victor Hansen, friend of now Vinny Chopra, Rami El Vitroli. He connected me with who's the guy who wrote the book Blue Fishing? Steve Sims. Bob Berg. If it wasn't for Ken, I wouldn't have had all these relationships. So let's give Ken Walls a round of applause. Great conversation.
Thank you, bro. I'm just listening and putting movie quotes in the chat. That's it. I'm just hanging out, man. No, I have nothing to say, honestly. I need more coffee.
Let's give Ken Walls a round of applause. He's amazing. If you want to see him live, you're going to have to go to the 100 Millionaire Summit. Get your tickets now because they are filling up quick. And also, we're going to have all the VIPs. We're going to have lunch with Ken Walls. We're going to have some time to pick his brain, ask him some questions. Hands Ken, if you know that's extremely valuable. Oh, yeah. You know how the secret, how I got him there? Ken always says yes to free food. He's like, yeah, as long as it's vegan, because Mike Shine won't let him eat meat.
Well, that's been a huge game changer for me. I mean, huge. If you're not vegan, talk to Mike. It's unbelievable.
Hell yeah. Let's give Ken Walls one more round of applause. Dr. Terry Wager, Contagious Marketing, and getting the money.
You know, I like this idea with contagious marketing because the reality is that we human beings are impressionable people. And one of the things that's going to happen to us is we're going to gravitate towards something. We all do. It's in our DNA to move towards something. And so if you're visible, if you're able to put a message together that is attractive, you're going to attract people. The problem is that our heads are very, very attraction oriented too. And in our head is our protection. And so a lot of times we get attracted to all of the negativity in the world, all of the noise in the world. And so that's one of the biggest reasons that Jonah Berger's book is so important, is to really get a hold of how you're coming across. Because a lot of times we're not even aware of our own negativity. We're not aware of how we're actually turning people off or scaring them or using fear. And the reality is fear really attracts people. It's one of the biggest things in personal development that people do to get you to buy from them. And the reality is sometimes we need to actually point to those things that we are afraid of and say, hey, do you want this to happen to you? No? Well, then take this action. And so we want to really think about how we are being contagious. We want to think about being intentional with our contagion, so to speak. We want to think about how we move forward or move the people forward in our lives that we're trying to help. Are we being negative and moving them towards something that doesn't work for them? Or are we being contagious in a way that actually helps them move forward? And that's what I really get out of the book Contagious, is how do I want to affect people? How do I want to infect people? Because contagion, it's infectious.
Let's give Dr. Terry Wager a round of applause. That's a cool mic drop. I love it because we think about it all the time. Ron and I for years have run a media company, a marketing company, behind the scenes, or I guess it's in front of the scenes of everybody, but that's been our driving main focus, And what message we put out has always been a major concern, because we know it's so easy just to put out a fear tactic message. Like if you put out a message about, hey, have you been broke? Do you hate not having money? Like people are just like, yep, that's me. Like they tune in immediately. If you put a picture of somebody losing their house, like sad, emotion, like they're addicted to pain. Like they can't help it. It's the reticular activator is always looking for issues and challenges. But for us as a company, we've made the decision to always put out a positive message from the first second to the end. And that is a difficult strategy to implement, because you have to think a little harder, right? You don't just stop at the easiest thing to market. And scam if you catch this, but it's worth it. It's worth it because what you create is people who are instantly attracted to an already existing mindset, instantly attracted, seeking out this type of conversation immediately. If they see the message of the pain, they're like, oh my God, another one. So it's about like really being okay with, maybe you're working with fewer people, but they're higher quality, and just driving in that direction of quality over quantity. Now, on our mission to build millionaires, obviously we have to bring in a certain amount of quality of volume before we can get to the purification process. 80-20, 80% will take 3 to 5 years. 20% may crush it in a year. Hence scam if that's just numbers, right? It's like, whatever. If we want to hit those numbers, we got to go big. That's why we're putting 1,000 people at the summit. All right. What else? Questions? We'll stay on for a few more minutes for you guys. Is Ryan McDermott on here? Any of our other coaches? Doug McGurk, I think, said he wouldn't make it. All right. What else? Challenges, questions, comments? This is your opportunity. You got all the millionaires on the call. Sharon, what's up, girl?
Good morning, everyone. This is a question about the affiliate program. Can I ask this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great.
Please do. I will sell, love selling, love paying people, whatever we're about to talk about, I'm about it.
Oh, good. In regards to the affiliate program, if I were to send somebody and they join, let's say I get the money, and then later on they're on and they do something else, will I still get credit for anything else they do, or is it just the one thing that they click with me? Could you please?
Everything we sell has a link. You'd have to be the source creator of that link. So if, like, say for instance, I mentioned get the money today. So if you have a conversation with somebody and sell get the money with your link, you closed. It's all about who brought them across the threshold. Just because I talked about it today doesn't mean they're going to go to the website and buy right now. Too many people procrastinate, right? So the key strategy that we identified for our affiliates is just contact them, have the conversation, be like, yo, like, what do you think about that conversation he had? Let's buy. What's stopping you from moving into it?
Yeah, that's not what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Great clarification on that, though. I mean, let's say
you're saying, do they automatically follow that person all the way through?
Yeah, if they go join other products, that's what I'm wondering.
If they bought in the same acquisition, same time frame, same, like they're on the website in that moment, just like Amazon affiliates, if they're buying in that, like, whatever 20-minute section that they're buying and clicking, yes. But if they've closed their web or they've logged out, their API isn't trackable anymore, then that is gone. That's in the past.
Okay, so they literally have to click my link in order to join a particular class. Okay,
it's very specific. Yeah, unfortunately, it's the same thing with Amazon affiliates. It's a very specific, but it just means deeper relationships, right? More phone calls, more texts, more conversations with people. It's definitely not designed to just hit your list. It's definitely not designed to just email everybody and say, hey, show up. And, if you buy something later on, I make money too. It really is about we're encouraging people to go have those conversations with their friends and say, hey, I was at the room with you, you were at the room. What'd you think about it? I've already taken that program. I can give you my personal experience. And just be honest, right? It's really a sales position more than a marketing position, I guess. Yeah, Sharon, great question. Let's give Sharon Mendez a round of applause. I think that was a good clarity for everybody.
One of the things that I encourage people is don't worry so much about the affiliate money, because the affiliate money is like just it's tripping over pennies or dollars to pick up pennies. What the real game is bringing people who you think could benefit from this group. who you think could really get something out of the friendship and the relationships in this group. And so if you think that there's somebody that could benefit from a message, from a relationship, from just being around good people, then we want to see them in there. And if you bring them in through your link, you'll get a little bit of money. But the reality is when they're in this group for a while and you're in this group for a while, you're going to build relationships that you're going to end up doing deals with. And that's the bigger thing. That's really the importance of what this group is all about. And one of the things I see with a lot of groups, and I'm in a lot of them, I'm in Ken's, I'm in Gwalter's, I'm in 2 or 4, 20 others. When we get into the affiliate stuff and we start worrying about affiliate, it starts to become very transactional and we start to lose that piece of the relationship. And so I want to encourage everybody in here, if you know somebody and you have a link, give it to them, but don't worry about the damn money. Worry about bringing people in who are going to get something good in here, because that's what it's all about. I have had relationships and business stuff with a number of people in here, and I've connected people to other money deals in here without getting a damn thing out of it, because I want to see them grow. My bank account's going to do what my bank account's going to do. My financial future is based on my work. But if I'm sitting there worrying about getting an affiliate fee all the time, I'm looking at the wrong damn thing.
Let's give Dr. Terry Wager a round of applause. That is such a good reminder. It's about finding people you want to work with and bringing them up and giving them the opportunity. In fact, affiliate marketing is exactly like that. Like Ken Walls the other day gave me a link to a program that I ended up buying. And then Vinny Chopra was asking me about that program. And I was like, he's like, oh, I want to sign up, send me your affiliate link. And I was like, dude, I'm not sending you mine. I'm sending you Ken Wall's affiliate link. Right?
Like, you made me a couple grand on that too.
Hell yeah. But let's give Ken Walls a round of applause, man. I was like, I want Ken Walls to know that I'm sending his affiliate link, right? So I texted Ken, I was like, hey, I sent Vinny your affiliate link. I want to make sure it worked out. Just double check. Right. Even if Vinny doesn't buy it, Ken knows I'm hunting for him, right? I'm serving him. I'm giving him value. So I don't worry about the commission unless the funnel is so big. I got so many people that are going through that at that point, it's like, okay, you know what? I probably should have a conversation. This is a business model. Let me talk about customer service and how I can make sure that if I'm doing affiliates with this person, they're getting served.
Ken's got his hand up.
Go ahead, Ken. And
May I piggyback on that for 120 seconds or less?
That's 2 minutes, bro.
72.
Listen, I developed a friendship and relationship with Grant Cardone because I gave to him without worrying. The guy was, when I started working on his website, developing his SEO and everything else I was doing, he was worth about 100 million at the time. And I sat in his office with him for 3 hours. He coached me for 3 hours. And then I said, dude, I'll do your SEO and stuff for free. It was $10,000 a month deal. And I did it for free in exchange for some things he was doing, putting me out there. I don't worry about the money. I worry about the value I'm delivering to clients. And then the money shows up because they're like, holy crap, this is unbelievable. Let me pay you for that. So that's all I wanted to say is I would, again, I'm an Amazon influencer. I have the blue check mark on Facebook, on Amazon. I'm not bragging. I'm saying I have that because that's what I focus on, is helping other people grow in their life and in their mission. And when I do that, the money freaking shows up. I have Gwalter sending me clients. I mean, dude, that paid like $1,900 what Vinny did. And I was like, damn, Gwalter, keep sending my link out, bro.
You're welcome, Ken. Sent with blessings. Let's give Ken
bro.
Walls a round of applause. I love it. Mike Sean, I saw your hand, brother. And that Damian, Sandra, I see yours as well.
Now they're putting in a door here, so if you hear a lot of banging and stuff, I apologize, but I had to have better internet. Can you hear me this time?
You mean, Mike, you don't install your own doors?
No effing way. I don't know. You can't see it. Anyway, I just wanted to say if you're listening to this whole program, you're saying, well, that's wonderful for influencers like Walter and Ken Walls, but this is not for me. And this subject doesn't apply to you. I'll tell you, I was in that position because I'm an attorney, and nobody ever told me when I went to law school that I was going to be a salesperson or any of this stuff. But what has become abundantly clear in the last couple of years is that people want to hear from me, and people want to communicate with me. And so with the help of Walter and Ken Walls and the other coaches, Terry and Mitch, I have now gotten used to being online and doing things to become contagious. So my only point in saying that is that if you're sitting back saying this is for somebody else, you might want to take a second look at that, because this type of stuff is for everybody, no matter what business you're in, what you're trying to do. You're going to create some social currency if you get out there and talk. And even though my wife always says, "Oh, it's easy for you," it wasn't easy. I mean, it's, you get out there and you do it, and hopefully you jump in with some really good coaches like Walter and Ken, and they'll help you along the way. So that's what I got to say. Thanks.
Give Michael Shine a round of applause. Michael Shine's like on a whole bunch of podcasts now. He's just started so much. He's on TikTok. He's on Instagram. I saw his reels come up the other day, and I texted him. I was like, Mike, damn, like you're all over the place. 3 years ago, I had, or what is it? 2 years ago, I had to tell him, I was like, Mike, we need a picture of you on Facebook that is actually a picture of you. Right now, it's like a picture of your wife. But he's just come so far, and it's because he cares about serving. He cares about making sure that people understand how to build wealth. And the biggest barrier to entry is that people don't know who to ask. And so that's what me and the other coaches have been working on, is making ourselves more available, making it easier. Now, if you do text me and ask me for a one-on-one call, I'm going to tell you no. I just don't do one-on-one calls. But come to the 52 Weeks to Wealth. Come to the Wednesday calls. You've got access to us here on Saturday mornings. Against the camera, if that makes sense. You got to get your time right. You got to get efficient. If you've been in the mentorship, you got a different opportunity, because you and I have already chatted via text. You and I already have my cell phone, so you can text me anytime. Against the camera, if that's cool value, that we still do that. Awesome. Excellent. Who put their hand up first? Was it Sandra or Damien?
I think Sandra.
All right.
Damien can go first if he wants. It's okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah, but I talk a lot, so it's kind of not fair. Well, all right. I'll go first.
You both have concision challenges with concision.
So no, I just wanted to say something about giving stuff for free. So I had two areas where I actually just gave for free, and magic just happened. So my deal that I'm working on with Georgia, it was just somebody in a group that found a deal that he thought he could do some creative financing with, subject to, and just needed some help. So, I'm like, yeah, I'll help you. And then we got on the phone, and then, he was talking about, hey, I think I want to wholesale this thing. And I'm like, you know what, let me just jump on the call with your seller. And I might even be a buyer for you, So I wound up just buying him the deal, buying the deal for myself, giving him a kind of a bird dog fee of not, a couple $1,000. That's one. And number two is somebody else was asking about help for creative finance and subject to. So I went on a seller appointment with her, right? It was 15 minutes from my house. The guy was really receptive, but it didn't work out because his loan was 15 years, very high payment. She'd be, in the negative cash flow for a couple of years. But anyways, built a relationship with her. Come to find out, she has over $350,000 cash sitting in the bank, and doesn't just needs help investing it. So we've potentially she's going to be a lender in the future for some deals. So if I ever need cash and I stop doing the creative stuff and getting subject to, maybe I'll actually need cash. So I can come to her, but still, it's you build. It's crazy. If you just help people answer questions how receptive they are. And like, if you have like a good personality or people like working with you, you know, they'll just come back to you with stuff like, hey, guess what? Look at my bank account. It has $350,000 in there. I didn't ask her that at all. She just offered that information up to me. You know, we've went out to dinner a couple of times. She met my whole team. And it was just that kind of relationship. So yeah, so I really believe in just, you know, just pushing, you know, pushing it out there. And I think people know, you know, Ron, for example, like today, I was just talking to him about stuff, just helping him out. Not Ron Bowling, Ron C. I mean, I don't think I've ever talked to him before today. So, but yeah, that's how it is. And that's all I have to say.
Well, I've seen you guys talk on Alchemist Nation, so I've seen it in the comments, in the posts. Like, you've definitely given some advice. Give Damien a round of applause. He's a millionaire and a mentor on Alchemist Nation. There's a lot of really good chats going on out there, and I see Damien jump in every so often, just helping people out. So, huge resource. Go ahead, Sandra. Yeah, I know. I see chats. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you can finish what you were gonna say.
So I see some chats asking for Larry. What was his last name? Who knows Larry? Damien, what's Larry?
Steinhaus. Larry
Steinhaus.
Drawing a blank. So he and I actually spoke yesterday. So he and I jumped on a call. We spoke for like an hour, and he's actually going to create a course for Alchemist Nation called Investor Schooling. And it's like kind of just a basic course. Now, he does sell other programs like all the other coaches, but he asked if he could jump on and share a little bit about, you know, miscommunication last week.
Let's
and
go.
Like,
Good
yeah,
stuff.
man, jump in. But I saw his name pop in, but it just popped out. So, but
yeah, he's hiding.
Yeah. So yeah, I doubt he's hiding. But yeah, it was a fun conversation. We chatted for about an hour. I got to learn about what he does. A super polarizing personality for sure. When it comes to marketing message, totally polarizing. But yeah, when you get to have a conversation, he knows what he's talking about. So it was cool. It was I don't like to leave any bridge burned. If there's ever an opportunity to serve more people, build more millionaires, I'll give somebody a try, right? If they seem like they're willing to have that conversation. So it was cool. I was pleasantly shocked. Hands to camera, if you know, people will shock you. People will impress you. Yeah, don't burn bridges.
Larry's the Howard Stern.
What is it?
Sorry, Larry is the Howard Stern of real estate.
I think he's okay with that. I'm pretty sure that's his goal.
Yeah.
Sandra Scroy, go ahead. Sorry about that.
No worries. I'll keep this pithy. So I'm gonna be doing. I'll post on the Alchemist Nation, but I think I'm still learning about it. How to orient that. But I will be making a live on my Facebook. So if you're Facebook friends with me, you can learn more, or not learn more, but like I do anyways. So I guess the biggest thing I'm gonna say is, oh, the places you'll go. Which is a Dr. Seuss book, but it's a great book when you need some courage. But I think the biggest thing that, Walter, you're talking about is keeping your standards high, because character and knowing about who yourself and who you are and what you have to offer and make sure that the people that you are offering it is. I think for a lot of people in this community, and the longer you're here, the more you take risks and you go out on a limb and you really go for your goals more courageously than you thought. And it builds a lot of character. So your standards grow. But with that, your integrity grows, your trust, your credibility, X, Y, Z, whatever else you want to say. And so I think that's why when you say you're giving to people and that you want to make sure those people are, qualified, it's because you're a fountain and you want collaborative fountains with you. So, yeah, that is, I guess, what I will say. So
let's give Sandra Scroy a round of applause. And Sandra is going to be creating a post on Alchemist Nation. My guess is within the next 20, 30 minutes to share her experience. I'm checking right now to see if it's already up. And I don't see the post.
It's definitely not. It won't be in 20, 30 minutes because I actually have a call after this with a patron. So it will be once I'm done with that.
Literally this simple. You just type and then you hit save and it's done. Look, cool. Larry figured it out. Yeah, I think you're going to be okay. So there is a lot of stuff going on in your world. Share it. This is one of the things that we discovered is a huge value to motivating people. There's 900 members on Alchemist Nation, but only about 200 of them contribute. Only about 200 make posts, but they're all reading the posts. What we identified for motivation is somebody has to see somebody else be successful in order for them to believe it's possible for them. Share your success stories. Also share your questions, because with the questions, other people are seeing things that they were afraid to ask. And it's, if you know, people don't ask questions because they're afraid to ask questions, even though they know the answers right there. It would be right there. Within an hour or two, we get to it. So be the one who's willing to go, even if you already know the answer, but you know it's a common question, be willing to go out and create that content. Be that person to say, hey, you know, I want to hear somebody else's opinion on this. What do you think about this? Or if you just closed a flip, share your flip. If you just bought or acquired a piece of property, share your piece of property. If you have just lent your money with somebody and you're making a good return on investment, be willing to share those posts, like not just with one person, but put it out on Alchemist Nation so that other people can be inspired. So believe it's possible for them also. Hands the camera if that's easy enough to do. It's social media, but for real estate investors. It's easy enough to go on and share some of your success. And Sandra, if you traveled all across the world and you're now living in Spain, which was your dream to become a sculptress, then share your story with us. It's been a year. We're very interested to hear. What else? We got 4 minutes left before we jump off. I see George White is on here, Ken Walls, Diana, Derek, Sharon, Julie, Josh, Nancy, Kevin, Terry, Felly, Deborah, Mitch, Mark, Vincent, Jennifer, Tom, Michael, Roger, Damien. all you beautiful faces on the camera. Thank you for turning your cameras on, for having so much fun with us this week. Next week, we're going to talk about wealth principle 14. Wealth principle 14, if you go to the 52 weeks to wealth on Alchemist Nation, is focus on the 80-20 principle in sales and marketing. Hence the camp, if you know, this month we're talking sales and marketing, 80-20, do the right activities. So we're going to show you how to cut out the crap and only leave the gold in your business so that your time is not wasted anymore. It's just moving faster, moving forward. Go ahead, Jen. No, we 80-20 this week, didn't we? Yeah, you're unmuted, girl. It's all good. So go to alchemistnation.com, make a post. And if you have Facebook and you got value out of this principle today, here's my challenge to you. Turn your Facebook on right after, as soon as we hang up, pull out your phone, turn your Facebook on, go to the live button, make a live post, and share your biggest takeaway from this principle. Share your biggest takeaway with this principle and do what I did. Teach the principle in a way that talks about your business. That's kind of, if you understand, that's how you do it, right? Teach the principle, but talk about how it ties into your business. And whatever campaign you committed to doing, talk about it today. That accountability is going to make sure that you go and get it done. And also by doing a Facebook Live, more people are going to know about your business. Also by doing a Facebook Live, more people are going to come into this community. When they show up, if they're a friend of yours, make sure they use your link. Cheers to your success. We have a choice. Always work with the best. I appreciate you guys. See you on the next one. Let's give all our coaches a round of applause. Hell yeah.
Walter, a round of applause. Yay, Walter. Woo!
Thanks, Mike. I'll see everybody in the mastermind. See you at 12 o'clock. Cheers. Get your lunch. Enjoy. Thank you.